Yeah, you lead it.
All right.
You're the one who
Here's the way we're going to do
suggested
it. We're going to say 3, 2, 1, clap, and then we clap, unclap. Okay? So after one. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Perfect.
Beautiful. We're
Look
so
at that.
used to those not syncing up at all.
Yes, that's right.
Because we're here in person
We
in
are
Brian's
here-
studio that I'm really jealous of.
Yes, I love
How's
I
it
love
feel
this garage.
to win and have an ADU?
Honestly, it would be great. It would be great. It's not, I mean, well, I don't know. Eli, you've been living in here for the past 5 days. Like, how does it feel to live in this? What does ADU stand for? There's some
Additional
assumption-
dwelling unit?
Yeah, so you've been dwelling.
It's
in
been
this ADU.
absolutely lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, has it been
Yes.
okay?
Yeah.
Great, because this does not have running water. It does have electricity.
That's why you're going to find a bottle full of piss in the corner
Yeah.
at some point in your future.
A bottle, yum. I don't know if you've heard this story, but I did drink my own piss.
For a dare, for sex reasons, or was it a cameo?
Or survival could be another.
Survival is another one. I didn't think about survival.
It was an error, but then it became for sex reasons.
Fine. Like, at least we
Yeah.
figured that out.
That's right. You know how sometimes you just start doing something, you're like, oh yeah, actually, that.
Once you pop, you just can't stop.
That's
No, but
ex-
some
that's
people
exactly
do
right.
believe in it, don't they?
Drinking piss.
Yeah, I've
And washing
heard
their
this is a
hair with
thing.
it as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Invigorates growth.
And in Star Wars, the people who are very strong in the Force have the pissichlorians that cause them to.
Shall I do
to-
another fake walkout?
No,
That feels like something I should do.
you can't walk out. It's not your pod.
Even I
Even better.
gave up on that.
Yeah,
bit
you're stuck
partway
Yeah.
through.
You should have said Revenge of the Piss.
Oh, that would have been good.
You see?
Yes. Yeah,
That is
But-
good.
that's right.
Yeah. You know.
The situation you described with finding a bottle of piss is pretty much exactly how it happened, right?
Yeah, so I was recording something, not this podcast, because I would never. But I was in the middle of something and I had an empty bottle and I peed into it, and then because sometimes I'll only drink half a bottle of green tea, which it was.
Hang on, your piss looks like green tea.
Yes, green tea is
Are
yellow.
you a
It-
Vulcan?
My piss looks like iced green tea with a lot of oat milk in it, actually.
I mean, I'm tempted to want to try some now.
no, green tea looks yellow. It's not
yeah,
green.
See, yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly
Green
right.
refers to the color of the leaves pre-brewing.
Thank you, Eli.
Boring
That
arsehole.
is an educated man right there. So anyway, I had this half bottle of quote-unquote tea, and I brought it back into the house, as I do sometimes, and then I put it in the fridge, and the next morning I went to have my green tea, and I took a little... Here was the process. I looked at the fridge, and I was like, oh, wow, I got a half bottle of green tea. Sweet. Okay, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to take it... Oh, God. And I spit it into the sink.
Did you have a family at this point?
This was like 2 years ago.
So there's a good chance someone you love could have drunk your pee.
No, because no one else touches my tea. They know the fucking
They don't now
rules.
anyway, put it that
Yeah,
way.
no, that's right. I do want to talk about now the three of us.
Notice how he's changing the
Paul,
subject from him drinking.
You
his
look.
own
We
piss.
can
I wanna
talk
know
about
more.
doing
Have
PDs.
you ever
That's piss
accidentally eaten your
drinking.
poo?
Accidentally? No.
Yeah, like maybe your finger went through the toilet paper where I should.
I've told you that story about Virgil, haven't I?
Have you?
Wait a minute.
Please
Continue.
Basically, I'll try and sum it up real quick. We were children, for one thing, and we were caught short and took a poo outside. Then he stepped in it.
No, just hang on. Not in the street or in public.
No,
Like,
it was a field.
It was
It was
field.
out in the
It was
countryside.
a nice pastoral moment.
Where humans have been pooping for generations.
Exactly.
Right?
So
Yes,
true.
indeed.
He stood in it, then decided he didn't want it in his trainer sole, and started flicking.
What was he doing in his trainer soul?
He stepped in
He
it.
stepped in it,
Oh, okay. That's why I missed that bit.
and then he he took a piece of straw, and he was flicking it out, and a bit went in his mouth. Basically, that's it. That's the kind of thing that sticks with you.
That's
oh,
gone
you're
dark.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I think that was the camera rejecting that story.
Yeah, that is off, is it not? Now we are recording.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah.
And that's still going. So we lost 3 minutes went
Yeah.
by.
Horrible.
Recording. Great. So we had a minor technical issue because my equipment rejected your shit-eating story.
yes. And before we
quite
move
right
on,
too.
I really need to get this out. Okay.
Well, not more shit, I hope.
No. The Empire splashes back.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I do like that. Let's go through them one by one. Number one, The Phantom Menace.
That's all right.
The Phantom Men piss?
Okay,
Oh,
the Phantom Menace, sure.
it's more protracted, therefore better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Attack of the Colons.
Great. Yep.
Close enough.
That's
Very
right.
good, yeah.
Thank you very
Then
much.
you already did
Uh,
Revenge
of the Piss.
Revenge of the Piss.
so we got a new
Yeah.
poop.
A new poop. That's right. The Empire splashes back.
Yeah.
Um,
What was the last one?
then
Revenge-
there's Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
Right, which is Return.
That's a bit of a tough one, that one.
Return of the Head. I shat in. Head being naval slang for.
See,
a
that's
toilet.
where it's gone into too protracted, therefore it's
I
not
disagree
funny.
quite
All right,
strongly.
okay.
I think that was the best one. And then there's The Rise of Skywalker, right? Isn't that what
The
it is?
Rise of the Skid.
Oh, wait, no. Is it The Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah,
I didn't
yes.
realize
No.
we were
That's the
getting
last
into
one.
these.
No, but what's the first one? What's number 7? 4, 5. What's 7?
What is 7?
It's The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Don't force it.
Okay, great.
Okay. The last...
Again, we have the problem with Jedi.
The last... just don't forget the rhyme. Just say the last sheep.
Great.
I don't think this
These are
continue's worked
not
out as
funny.
well as-
Wow, we started out pretty strong, and then this really went off
hard.
the rails.
No,
It
but
is
I
hard.
think maybe the things on this show that are funniest to me are the things that are funny to us and miserable to listen to, which
100%.
makes for great
No, I
podcasting.
couldn't agree more, Leighton. Thank you for bringing that up. I do want to, by the way, actually, everybody, this is Leighton Night with Brian Wecht. We're going to get this intro out of the way because we have a lot to accomplish today. My name is Brian Wecht. Sitting across from me, and actually across from me
Yes.
this time, we do have Leighton Gray. Hello, say hello, Leighton.
That's me, game developer, depressed bitch, etc.
Is it on your CV?
Yeah, basically.
It says DB, though.
Oh, okay.
People have to infer
Yeah,
what it means.
because I didn't graduate from college, so
Yeah, that's right.
DB. And mystery guests who are also sitting here in corporeal forms. Would you care to introduce yourselves?
Hello, I'm Eli Silverman.
From?
Cheapshow.
Hello, and my name's Paul Gannon from the self-same podcast called Cheapshow.
Yes, and of course, Paul is a returning guest, a 3-timer. You're
When
part
do
of
I
the
get my jacket?
3-timers club. You can just take one on your way out the door if you want. I can't guarantee. Audrey has a bunch of them.
I'll grab
They
one.
might not fit, but please have fun.
I want to be a
And
5-timer. That's my
this
dream.
is- yeah, I think we can make
We
that
can
happen.
make it happen.
And of course, Eli is a first-timer on this show, but we're thrilled to have you both on.
Great to be here. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
And you guys are in the UK, in the US.
We are. We decided we would spend our hard-earned Patreon money. God, that didn't come out my throat very well. Our hard-earned Patreon money and do some episodes out in Los Angeles.
Yes.
For shits and giggles more than anything else. So
Yeah.
we are here and we are at your service.
Yes, and it's been lovely having you guys here. You've been staying at my place for the last 5 or so days. We had a great time. We've done some fun things, including recording with Tim, which was all thanks to you.
It was a strange, like I think I said, but like I reached out. Can I send you an email? Yes. Sent him an email. Can you be on our podcast? Expecting him to say no.
Right.
He unfortunately said yes. So then we had to plan for that, and then he turned up, and a wonderful, lovely
It was
gentleman.
awesome. He was
Yeah,
so great.
a mensch.
And yesterday, the 3 of us went to a little place called Disneyland.
The happiest
So-
place on earth, allegedly.
Indeed.
I
Now,
want to hear all about it.
so there were some pretty generic Disneyland experiences, rides, food, etc., etc. But what I really wanted to hear your take on, Paul, was you had some, what shall we call it, a string of incidents at Disney. So please enlighten us, because I think this is really funny stuff.
So it was just the matter of, we got there, right? And we were doing the security thing, and I had a stick with me for my camera, and apparently the stick was too long.
A common problem for Paul.
A common problem that I'm often turned away from venues at because I have a big stick.
Mostly pants fittings.
I'm wondering if that affects blind people, because they have the biggest of sticks. Are they,
Well,
turned
do,
away?
but I don't think they're taking selfies with them constantly.
They might.
They might. That is true.
They don't know. They can't see what they're doing.
I guess that's true.
So, anyway, so the guy goes, "You got to take your little stick back." So I ran back. I went to
car?
run back to the car, and because I didn't really know where I was going because of the levels of security, I ran to this guy to say, "How do I get out?" And then this huge bruiser of a security guard grabs me, turns me around, and in my face goes, "You talk to me!" Just shouted at me. And I'm like, "I just want to leave the park, please, and put my stick back." Shook me because he was this huge, threatening dude. came back, job done, right? And I thought, oh,
No, I think you've left out the detail.
of what?
That
You were holding a gun.
Oh, well, that wasn't loaded.
Yeah.
the other staff member who went,
That's right.
just
yeah.
ignore him. So
So the other guy who I would gone towards in the first place kind of just waved me through and went sorry about him, as if to say this guy isn't 24-hour dickhead.
Yeah.
And so I took it to the car and we all came back, and it shook me, to be honest, because
Yeah.
it's the happiest place on earth. I don't want
Indeed
my
it
first
is.
memory of it to be tarnished by a threateningly large
And
man.
you, to be fair, you've been plenty of times in the past. It's
Yes,
not your
plenty of times.
first memory. You're a big Disney person. You know
I'm
a lot about it.
I'm one of those horrible Disney adults you hear so much about. My
Indeed
mum,
you are.
for years, impressed upon me that if I didn't get a job at Disney World, I would be a failure of a son. Mm-hmm. And
Little did she know.
Well, there were 4 kids in our family. I'm the oldest. Then I have my then I have a brother and a sister. And then my youngest. My youngest was the one she finally press ganged into working at Florida Disney. So she finally got what she wanted.
That's great.
So we're in the park and I'm having a lovely time.
I was going to say a son.
Nicely done.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
That one
I don't
really
know
got
why-
Brian.
I don't know why I thought that was so funny. Anyway.
So we get into the park, and it's kind of put me in a bad mood, an awkward mood already.
The vibe is off.
The vibe is off.
And we were talking, Eli and I were talking him back up. Like, it's okay. We're moving past it. Think of all the great stuff that's
We're
to
gonna have
come.
a lovely time.
Yes, we are.
And then we went on to the rise of the Resistance ride, the Star Wars one.
Repistance.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Yes.
and then I started getting like Vietnam flashbacks kind of things, because there's all these guys in suits shouting at me to move around. And, you go over there now. You go stand against the wall. Blue zone, blue zone. I actually can't deal with this right now. I'm having a genuine moment.
we should explain that ride has a very immersive and pre-show,
Yeah.
which involves
Being treated like spies.
it's
with Rebel
militaristic,
Alliance.
isn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
So it was a little bit, can please people stop shouting at me at the park? And then what was the other incident? Because
There were 4 total.
I remember
right?
the third one.
Was it the lady? Or was it another one?
No.
Was
It
that
in
was
the queue
the
for the
second
food.
one?
That was the second one. What was the other one?
When we ordered the food, the skewers, very good.
God.
Yes, right.
So one of the things we didn't mention in the cheap show half of this episode was that apps fucking taking over every single thing you do in life.
Yeah.
You can't take a shit unless you book in advance with an app these days. So
Shitter. SHITTR.
With a period at the
That's
end.
exactly right.
yeah,
Yes.
no E, just a shitter. It would be just like that.
That's what I call Twitter right now.
Ooh, sick burn.
Always G little edgelord.
Come for me, Elon.
Come on, Elon.
You
We're
would
all
as well.
waiting for you.
That's right. They're about to leave the country, but you know where I live.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're waiting for this app to tell us to come and get the food that we'd ordered, right? And I go to the place where I'm waiting for the food, and I know to stay out of the way, and so I lean against a post as I
Polite
wait for the
British
app.
gentleman. He knows how to be in a crowd.
I know how to queue. I know how to wait and be passive aggressive to people. So I'm sitting there leaning against a pole, and then this guy steps up to me, touches me on the shoulder, and goes, "Buddy, you're in my way. There's a queue here." Okay, I'm just standing here, and genuinely, I'm a 45-year-old man. The tears were beginning to come because at this point we're 2 hours into the venue, and I'm getting people shouting at me at all angles. And I was like, I got an app. I'm not in the way. And he barges through and gets it, and then as he's walking away, he gives me a shitty fucking look. And you saw me. I came back with the food shaking like it was my first day working there. So that happens, and then a few hours roll by. We pop out of the park, don't we,
Yes.
to go to Disney.
Downtown Disney.
Downtown
Downtown.
Disney.
Not for any particular purpose. I like to hang out there. It's a cool, chill, fun
It's a
time.
cool, chill place.
Yes, that's right. I like to go to the Earl of Sandwich restaurant, which makes my favorite sandwiches.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
good? Good sandwiches there.
No,
Well,
And let me guess, they're all like $18
of
for
course.
a stand-up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a pin badge obsession. So I love collecting pin badges. You've seen my wall of pin badges.
I've seen your wall of
It's
pin
a
badges.
danger to my health.
Yes.
So I get a few pins and I wait in line. In front of me, there is a mother with 2 very young children, and the 2 children are having massive mental breakdowns, or certainly having a hissy fit.
It's like 10 o'clock. Or
Yeah.
not 9.
No,
9 it's like 9 o'clock. Right.
and
yeah.
she looks frazzled because
She
brought
brought 2 kids to Disneyland.
right.
Yeah.
That's on her, as far as I'm concerned.
That's people's number one mistake is bringing children
No.
to Disney.
People's
Yeah.
number one mistake is having children.
No, okay.
That's
Yeah.
where they go wrong. That's what we need as a
Preach,
society.
brother. Yeah.
Right? Enough of it.
Yeah.
We've had enough of children. So I'm standing behind her, and her kids are throwing the toys down that they're waiting to buy on the floor, and she's picking them up, and the kids are screaming and putting them down. And there's not much space between me and her, and then the guy behind me who's almost inside me because he's so close. And at some point, after the kid drops the toy for the 20th time, she turns to me and goes, "I'm going to need you to step back!" And at this point, I have nowhere to go because the kids have been pushing the pram towards me, and I'm sandwiched between two of the most angry fucking people in the park, apparently, at this point. Because this guy's now muttering, "Grumble, grumble, fucking get out my way, buddy, grumble, grumble." That's how I say all American accents sound like. So then I buy the thing, and I'm thinking, oh, I can't deal with any more of this. We go on a lovely ride, we do the Mickey thing, we do Star Tours to end the day on a Star Wars note. We began with Star Wars, ended with Star Wars.
Now, if I may, you're leaving out one thing.
I
in between.
probably am. Go on.
So I ordered a corn dog earlier in the day.
Oh my God! That prick!
And I was explaining to Eli how much I enjoyed my corn dog. And you said,
I've never had a corn dog.
right, welcome to fucking America.
Yeah.
So we make it a mission to go get a corn dog from I believe it's called the Little Red Wagon at the end of Main Street, USA.
Another fucking
which
thing you have
has-
to use an app for just to get a corn
You
dog.
shouldn't you need an app for a corn
I
dog.
couldn't
mean,
agree more, yet this is the world we live in.
This is the world we live in.
So we order the corn dog on the app, and we're waiting for the corn dog to be ready.
And I'm a little bit salty at this point. I think my emotions have been toyed with.
You've been yelled
by
at.
strangers.
You've been
Several
yelled at
times.
and touched. That's what's really standing out to me.
At
Yes.
Disneyland, the happiest place on earth.
Yes, indeed.
And as I'm leaning on the bins, as
We have nowhere better to be. We're sitting next to the trash can. We're leaning on them.
Yeah.
Just three middle-aged guys
having a
leaning
bit of
on
a chin
trash
wag
cans.
over the trash
Indeed.
can.
Just being cool
commenting
dudes
on
by
the
the bins.
issues of the day. You know,
putting the world to rights.
pontificating.
Where
And-
a gentleman who works at the park walks up to me. And
Can I just? I remember exactly what he said.
I would like you
Well,
to say
okay.
this. Go on.
Yeah.
So I'm just leaning on the bin, and I think my face is a little bit dejected at this point. If I'm being fair,
No,
I'm
I think
wearing-
that's true.
Yeah. So
You're
I'm like
leaning over.
like that.
He walks up. He
He
pauses.
he pauses in circles, is what he does.
The
He comes
circling I
round the
didn't
bin. He comes round like he's considering it.
because
Like,
I tell you what,
He
if I'm
thought.
being-
He thought.
if I'm being honest, my ego kicked in a little bit because I thought, all right, for maybe he's a Cheapshow fan. A couple of people have bumped into Brian and goes, "Oh, Ninja Sex Party, Brian." So I thought, oh, maybe this is my
we're
time to
much
get a bit
nicer
of.
than that,
Is
to be
that Paul from Cheapshow? I thought, what are the odds? But let's see, right?
Yeah.
And so he circles, and then he sort of
Like a fucking shark.
yeah, a bit like a shark. And there is a nautical theme to the end of this little story.
Indeed there is.
And then he raises the courage to be able to speak, and he goes, "Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you know you look like?"
No,
you
wrong.
gotta step
wrong.
back.
He says,
You've lost it.
yes.
All
He
right,
says,
sorry.
"Can I ask you a question? Have you seen The Office?"
And of course, because everyone's seen The Office, I say, yes, I've seen The
And
fucking
okay,
Office.
so two things have gone through our minds at this point. The first thing, which is now past, is I thought this guy was gonna be like, "You can't lean on those garbage cans."
Right. Okay.
Like,
and that's fine.
because it's a way. It's a way of offering yourself some succor.
It became my
at
rock
Disneyland.
that bit for a few moments.
course.
So I thought he was going to kick us off. He didn't do that. Then he says, "Have you seen The Office?" And I think, oh, he's going to give you like a. He heard us speaking, or you guys talking.
Yeah.
He's going to say something about your accent,
Your
or
accent,
something
or
like that.
Maybe
And then-
you look like Ricky Gervais or Martin Freeman.
Yeah.
Hopefully not Mackenzie
and,
Crook.
And then Eli. Now
I
you
can't remember the
pick up.
guy's name, so
I can't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and he says, "Have you ever seen The Office?" Paul says,
Yes.
and he goes, "Has anyone told you you look exactly like Toby Flanderson?"
And so, if anyone doesn't know, Toby in the show is the one everyone in the fucking office hates, and he's permanently
He's the sad-
miserable
the
and
sad
depressed.
sack.
A face
Yes.
like what my mum would say, like thunder, right?
Yeah.
Sad. And so I'm now sitting there going, great, a complete fucking stranger's just compared me to one of the most hated characters in sitcom history.
and of course, because Eli and I sense an opportunity, I immediately go, "Oh my God, you're so right."
And I don't look like Toby from the fucking office.
And Eli and I then start backing this guy and say, "Yeah, actually, we can totally see it."
yeah, I
To
pull up
Paul
an image on my phone, and I'm like,
Paul
yeah.
Lieberstein.
And at this point, any kind of sense of worth and self-respect I had was pouring out of my arsehole like tap water. I was just sitting, and I was miserable. And he's going, oh my God, you just look so
He
much
was
like
loving
him."
it. This guy was loving it. Because then he says, I can't. I'm having so much fun. I have to get back to my boat, he says. What boat this
What
was?
fucking boat? Is it the boat you sailed in on to be a prick?
Yes, I think it was the Jungle Cruise. He looked like a Jungle Cruise
Yeah,
skipper.
well,
That's right. It was a khaki uniform.
yeah.
So I'm dealing with that, and now I'm miserable because a complete strangers compared my face to that of a face of a man who, fair play, is a very talented writer.
Oh,
and
he's
star of
funny.
that
He's
show,
funny as hell. I
but
love
he's
that
got
character.
a face like an unmade bed.
Yes.
Like a kicked ass.
Yes. Like a smacked bottom.
Smacked bottom.
And I'm in a real
Yeah.
mood. And we're gathering all my energy to the last Star Tours ride. And as we're coming out of the ride, as I'm walking to Brian with a smile on my face, like, what a lovely end to the day.
just about to leave
this
the
has
park.
been. Two teenagers walk up to me and go, come on then, like that. And I go, because it took me by surprise. And they run off giggling. And I was just, I have to get out of this fucking park. I have to get out of Disneyland.
No, what happened is you were like, no, that's it. You
Well,
considered it
no.
for a moment,
And then-
and you were like, no, I'm going to go. I'm going to
having
go
them.
kill them.
And I went to turn around and chase them down. I went full Michael Myers, just marching slowly down.
Well, and then you came up to me, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I hope they had a great time on Star Tours. And you passed me, you go, I got to get out of here.
yeah, I have to get out of here.
So how much did you pay those teenagers?
Well, I signed headshots, of course. Like, it turns out people do anything for a signed
So that was my
headshot.
day in Disneyland. Now, don't get me wrong, there were hours and hours of joy around those moments, but I can't help but let the misery of those moments linger.
It's something about you, Paul.
No,
We've
here
had-
we go.
we've
I
had-
don't need this fucking shit from you right
We've had
now,
lots
either.
of incidents where people are rude to you. I don't know what it is.
And flatulence around me
That's
as
what I was
well.
going to say, yeah. People
Recording
love to
an
just
episode.
let off.
Break wind near me as if
Do
I can
tell.
absorb it.
People love to fart near him. I don't know any other way of putting it.
I'm like some human fucking fart Tampax where I'll just absorb
Oh, mate.
absorb the
Okay.
brown gristle.
I would have gone with Fart Magnet, personally, but I like Fart Tampax.
What were you wearing to Disney?
His usual kick me, I'm with stupid shirt, like...
I'm a sad wank shaft
Yeah.
fucking logo. No, nothing. Just a white shirt.
It was one of the-
t-shirt, nothing fancy.
It was a big American flag that it said "Freedom ain't free." In this house, we believe that.
yeah. No, nothing.
like-
I was wearing nothing that I thought drew attention. I was wearing nothing wacky.
Yep.
Okay. Were
Right.
you wearing your glasses?
He looked
No.
like a
What's wrong with
100%.
me wearing my glasses now?
No, nothing.
I would
you
say
starting.
I will say, in Paul's defense, there
I
was
didn't kill anyone.
there was nothing. I mean, you're Disney. People are wearing all sorts of stupid fucking Disney stuff.
yeah.
Like
I'm not
his,
trying to victim blame Paul.
No,
at
no, no,
all,
no.
But just
Kinda
like,
sounds like it.
nothing-
That's the
but
problem.
just like
Paul
take off
looked,
your glasses.
Paul
for
looked
a second,
essentially like he looks right now. Like
Okay.
wearing this
How
sort
dare
of
you?
thing.
Can't you say, what was it you did to bring that on? How dare you?
Take off your glasses. Here,
Yeah.
you really take off your glasses.
No, actually, no. This is my defense from other people's judgment right now.
I'll put mine on if that makes you feel better.
I like your
I'm
glasses.
doing, my podcast is underneath my shirt now. I'm doing it like this. I like my glasses.
Both of you. Lovely.
Yes, I agree. You both
These are
have
the
very
first
nice glasses.
Pair
yeah.
of glasses
Thanks.
I've ever worn.
I've never seen your face without glasses.
Oh, it's because I'm getting older now. Now I can't read anything without these
Oh.
on. And they're the first pair I've ever worn that don't make me look like a sex offender. Which is, it's serious. I've got so many ranges of nice glasses. In fact, when I lived in LA...
In my house, we just call them offenders.
Yeah, well, Christ. So... I was given a pair when I lived in LA 20 years ago by this guy who was like, these are made of gold. And then they were gold rimmed glasses.
Yeah.
And he goes, you must wear them. And I put them on and I looked like a paedophile's take on Harry Potter. And it was just fucking awful. And I've never worn them ever since. And I can't even sell them because they're not stamped. And if gold isn't stamped,
Well,
it's almost worthless.
Look, I hate to distract from this
Yes.
this lovely story of sex crimes.
I need to calm down. I'm quite wound
But
up.
You
like,
are.
we-
I think you'll calm down more
so-
if you take off your glasses.
because this is part 2. I
No,
would
back me up.
agree with this. No, I think you should take off your glasses.
you really do look like Toby from the office.
We agreed. No,
No,
don't.
no fake
no,
knockouts.
no.
Sit down.
Come on. Sit down.
Sit down. That's your contract. I didn't sign that contract.
To be fair
It's
to
a
the
verbal contract, Brian. To be just as valid.
to be fair to the boat guy, I mean, I
No, I don't want to hear you.
I did look.
The boat guy.
And me and Brian both agreed. It's not that your face looks like him. You have similar colouring
I
in
think
the
that's
hair
it.
and the skin.
It's like middle-aged white guy with similar color.
Great, lovely. No, I have
You
generic...
strawberry blonde.
Jarek,
tufty strawberry blonde.
Well,
And
I
a
will
broken
say this,
spirit.
Just
It's the
to throw
broken
this in,
spirit part
just to
of
throw
it.
this in for balance. Yes, I may look like Toby. It's not the worst thing because Eli does get on a semi-regular basis comparisons to porn star Ron Jeremy.
Rapist Ron Jeremy.
I mean, that's not
Yeah.
on his CV, but it's basically implied these days, isn't it?
Horrible.
Not a good guy.
No, not. So
Do
I
ever
don't get that.
Do you ever get you look like?
Yeah, have we not talked about this? Who I get two people. We were talking about this.
Yeah, we were talking
There are
about this,
two
and I
people
disagree
who
with
I
them.
get. I look like. I'm gonna. Who do you think I look like? And I won't be offended by anything you say.
Shame. Try hard.
I genuinely can't think of.
The two I get are Stephen King and William H. Macy.
I was going to say George Clooney after a stroke.
I think William H. Macy definitely around the eyes.
That's a
There is
nice
definitely
compliment. He's a
something.
distinctive,
It's like the
interesting
brow
looking
bone
guy.
and then like your
The creases.
the
yeah.
nasolabial folds.
Yes, indeed.
which is what those are called.
I don't know
Hell
what
yeah,
that
they
was,
are.
but it gave
Why does a nose have a labia? That's just not right.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Do you don't wait in England? You don't call these things nose lips.
No.
We
That
do.
fell out of favor in the 1800s.
Yeah, that's right. Stephen King is not. Look, we love Stephen King.
Well,
He's
you
not an attractive gentleman.
as a child and teen and college, you wore the little double.
Yeah.
The half.
No, I have the glasses. Yeah.
Whatever they're called. They got the sex offender glasses.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Non-specs.
Yeah.
This is the way
Very
bonds
nice.
travel. I don't know.
But look.
We should move on from
My
that,
point
actually.
is, we have a lot to accomplish today because this is part 2
Yes.
of our podcast crossover event of the century. Now, we have some segments to do, which are cheap show segments. But before that, I did want to run just a quick little thing, and we've only done this live before. I wanted to play the game show I created, Is It Mayo?
Christ.
Now, you have said that you didn't want to do it, so we're going to do
No.
it just with Eli here. So here's what I think we should do. Eli, can you come up here?
Absolutely.
Do you know what this is, Leighton?
Oh, she
Oh,
knows what
I've
it is.
played Is It Mayo?
How did
Yeah.
you... And without spoilers, how did you fare?
It haunts me to this day.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, so Leighton,
we
why
wanna
don't you...
switch
Yeah,
chairs?
switch chairs. You go over there. Eli, you sit over here.
Sound's gonna be okay.
It'll be fine.
Alright.
We'll make it work.
I'll just yell
Fix
more.
it in post.
So Eli, yeah, here I think you should keep towards the camera here a little bit. So the way Is It Mayo
terrible.
works,
I can't
Eli,
believe
and for
we're
the
doing
second you
this.
can speak to the mic. It's a very simple game show. I'm going to blindfold you.
I'm liking this already.
Why?
All right. This is
Because
one of my
I'm-
workout sweatbands, which I wear when I'm biking.
When I'm blindfolded, I submit control.
You are now
Okay.
entering
Like something
subspace.
So there you go. Look right at the camera over there in the general direction. Sure, there we go. Now, Eli, I'm going to feed you a series of substances, and after I feed you each substance, you're going to have to answer a very simple yes or no question, and that question is, Paul,
Is it mayo?
correct. Now, I'm not going to tell you anything about these substances. I'm just going to call them Substance 1, Substance 2, Substance 3. And Paul and Leighton, when you see what I feed him, you can react vocally to what it is. Don't give away what the substance actually is, but you can react to it as you think.
Do
okay?
you need me to make the last batch right now?
No, I've already taken care of it. I've come fully
Paul.
prepared. So. Back here. So Eli, hold out your hand. Hold out your hand. This is a spit cup in case you don't want to swallow it. In case you want to cheap out.
Sure.
He always swallows.
There's nothing.
Just for the record, I
There's
know for a
nothing I
fact.
don't like. The only
No.
food I actually don't like is fresh tomatoes in sandwiches.
We'll
You
have
also
to-
don't
have
like
to make
heavily
a-
creamy stuff, though.
No, I'm fine with creamy. It's you who's got the gag. with
Hold
my-
out your hand.
terrible guy.
Here's
That's why I'm
some
not doing this.
paper towels in case you need them.
Spitters or quitters,
Yes.
which I believe is what I said before I ate a full
So I am
spoonful of mayo.
I am busting out substance 1. Substance
Okay.
number 1. And
Do I get extra points for guessing what the substance is if it isn't mayo?
I
Yes.
don't know. It's Brian's
No,
rules.
no,
Oh,
fuck
what?
no. There's a single question to
That's
this
it.
game. This
That's
question is it mayo?
Well,
And
wait,
I
Brian,
just
will
need a
you
yes or
show
a no.
the good people at home what you're about to give them?
All right, this is substance number 1 to the camera. Substance number 1. Here we go. All right, Eli. All right, no, I'm going to
dear.
open your mouth. I'm
gonna feed me.
going to feed it to you.
dear.
So I need you to open your mouth.
Okay.
I suggest turning towards camera a little bit so we can really see it. There we go.
Say
All right,
baby.
here we go. Open wide.
Here comes the
Substance number
choo-choo.
1, and I'm going to ask you after you're done whether
Oh.
is it mayo. Okay, here we go. Substance 1. Open wide. Now, Eli, I have a very simple question for you. Leighton, what's the question?
Is it mayo?
Yep.
That's correct. That was mayo. That's right. Very good. 1 for 1. 1 for 1.
Hellman's.
I'm getting flashbacks of doing this. It's
That was
not
quite a large spoon. If you want to
it's-
go down on the dosage.
Okay, yes, I will do that. Absolutely.
it's not like the initial place. It's after you swallow. There's like a slime down your throat. that
yeah,
really
when
is
it's mayo. Not if it's not mayo, it's
Yeah.
a meal.
Now,
Sorry.
what I will say
So-
before we go any further is Eli is a self-proclaimed super taster. On the podcast that we do, he often goes about how we do a thing called off-brand brand-off, where we get like cornflakes, for example, then we get a knockoff cornflakes, and he has to say which one he thinks is the original. Okay, so he goes on now about how much he's a super taster. We're putting this to the test now.
Well, I got that one right, didn't I?
Yeah, well, no,
So
good
there.
one. He's just so you know, he's unwrapping and undoing the lids of other things
Yes.
right now. So he's doing it all
Okay.
at once, so it doesn't give it away.
Okay. Now I'm going to pull out substance number 2, and again,
Where's my spitter?
it's right there. You got it. You got it. Okay. Substance number 2 is incoming. Now you guys can react to substance number 2 as you need to.
Oh, that's going easy.
All right, Eli. Here we go. Substance number 2. Open nice and wide.
That's quite a lot.
Now wait, no, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Eli, I have a question for you. Is it mayo?
Yes.
That's correct. That was mayo. Very, very,
spoon's
very
ready.
well done. Substance. Okay. Are
need more
you
tissues.
Are you tapping out? Here we go. Hold on.
If it's just going to be, if this is the fucking joke, right? That's just larger and larger amounts of mayo. I'm tapping the fuck out, guys.
Well, look, no, give it one more, please.
You went too big.
No, come on, one more for me. Because while we're here, we're never going to be here again and play the game.
He's a guest in my home. Would you prefer not to do substance number 3? That is
No,
a
I'll
fine.
go for 3, but
Okay,
that is it.
Okay.
And do you know what my prediction is?
What?
It's going to be a ladle of fucking mayo, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've figured the cheat code on this one.
Here, let me get you a trash can.
Oh, dear. It's an emotional moment, this, isn't it, for all?
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Drop that right here.
Super taster.
There you go, bud. Okay.
Oh.
Do you want some
You're
more?
doing great,
You are
buddy.
doing great.
Would you like some water?
Some more. Actually, you might want a lot of napkins.
Oh, no.
I'll take this.
Okay.
Oh, he's got
Yeah,
a
do you want
nice
some
little
water?
Bib.
Do you want a water?
No, it's fine. It's
Okay,
going to
great.
be a load of mayo. Come on. Put the mayo in my gob. Come on.
You don't know what it's going to be. The thing about Is It Mayo is the only rule. Shush, please.
Not anymore.
The only rule when it comes to Is It Mayo is there are no rules.
You needed an audience
We're not
for that.
backing you up
Okay,
on that.
great. Okay, here we go. Substance number 3, mystery substance. Let me just.
Weird.
This is the last one.
This is the third to last one. Anti-penultimate, I believe, is the term that you guys use. Okay, here we go.
An uncle penultimate.
Substance number 3. All right.
I want the Saw theme playing as this is happening.
All right, open up. All right, now Eli. Before you do anything else, just answer this simple question for me. Everybody all together. Is it mayo?
Yes.
Yes, that's correct. Congratulations, you have played Is It Mayo? You may remove the blindfold. That's right. Very good. Another winner, everybody.
Well, that was fun. If only for me.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoy watching other people play Is It Mayo?
And that's how you
What
play.
a great game.
Yeah,
Did I do okay?
you
did.
won.
I
You
was
were
called
a,
three times.
Indeed,
you
you
were a
won.
trooper, man.
Eli, thank you for being a good sport and playing Is It Mayo. Everybody, Eli Silverman from
You can go back to
Cheapshow
the
right
audience
here.
now,
There we
sir.
go. And I highly recommend you want to watch that on the Patreon. I brought some decoy substances in case you saw them in the bag. That's
Yeah,
right.
you were nice and obvious about just clearly tapping a spoon on the soy sauce.
Yeah, well, that's how you have to do it.
Oh, I smell it.
Well,
Light the candle for the love.
Oh,
yeah, let's light the candle.
I don't want this. I don't want this near me.
the spitty mayo.
That's very brave of you. I'm actually quite proud of you. But that's going to make for quite an interesting few hours now. Oh, dear.
Oh,
Christ, I can smell that.
Well, why don't we
It's going to waft with Hellman's. Jesus. Wet.
The Hellman's Wind.
The
Well,
aftermath.
Well,
I feel like I just played Is It Mayo?
Can we nick that idea?
we're gonna
That
do
was great.
we're gonna do the ceremonial lighting of the Victory Mayo candle.
Look at those long reach matches.
Yeah, I got them because they're approximately penis sized.
I apparently...
Same width.
I was going to say, yeah.
Thank you for yeah, indeed. All right. Well,
How many spoons has someone gone in on that?
Yeah, how many spoons have you gone in? When did someone punch you?
it's not the number of spoons; it's the size. So I there have been some big spoons in the past. All right, I think we should move on to your first segment.
Yes.
Now, this is the segment that you guys on the show called Cheap Eats.
Cheap Eats.
Cheap Eats. And I know traditionally you'll come up with a theme song
Yes.
for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought Leighton and I today, to intro this segment, could come up with our own theme song. So I'm going to jump over here to the
Oh, shit, they've got
to the
instruments.
keyboard.
We just Bobby McFerrin that shit.
Brian, can you give me a nice bossa nova beat?
Yeah. Hold on.
If you say we're not recording, I'm gonna riot.
Let's make sure this is working. Something's happening there. Well, we'll see if this translates.
All right. Cheap Eats. That's all I got. That actually worked really well.
Lovely.
We're nicking that as well.
Thank you very much. Now, Leighton went through the trouble of purchasing some American delicacies.
Yeah, so I went on Google and I asked what are foods that we have in America that the UK doesn't have, and this bag is full of treats that are not
Jeebus.
mayo. Do you want to get that knife closer to my person?
You have a fucking tattoo. They're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice tat.
Thanks. All right. Brian, would you like to give some input on what the first item?
Oh,
will
I
be?
think I think you should lead this one.
Take the reins.
You picked them out.
All right.
I led the last segment because I like to make people happy.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I got a variety of things because I do not know. I feel like I'm going to pull out some of these items, and you're going to be like, "Of course we have that." But I figure we can start with a seasonal one.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh, yes, please.
Ooh.
Now, actually,
I'll show
Now,
the
I will
camera.
say I wouldn't slam things on the table for mic reasons.
and because
very
this
much.
is your podcast, I'm not getting angry about that. This is great.
So these are autumn mix candy corns. Brock's Mellow Cream, the only way to cream.
I feel like I've been with
corns.
mellow cream today. already.
So question one, have you had anything like this before?
We've had candy corns, but not that particular
Not that brand.
autumn mix.
Because it is not a thing in the UK. We do not tolerate the candied corn.
All right. Well, I think a special thing here is that the candy pumpkins are my favorite.
Mine too.
Yeah.
So we're gonna here.
How clean is this table?
What I don't understand is
I have cleaned it recently.
why are they corns? I mean, I know, like, because they're shaped like little corn of the cob niblets, or whatever you want to call them. So why did someone think that was an idea
Leighton,
for
can
a
I interest
candy?
you in a pumpkin?
I would love a pumpkin, thank you.
So we're. Do we say anything before? How do you?
No,
guys do
you
this?
used to go for the Niff Naff Noff report.
Yeah, we have the
Okay.
Huff report,
Yeah.
which is you give it a sniff and you pick up the notes.
I'm getting a strong vanilla note.
Yes,
Vanilla.
right. Which
You.
is one of the things I like about it a lot. Actually.
Question.
Yes, please. I'm so sorry. I'm not taking questions at the moment, Paul.
Oh, I wasn't late
Okay.
question. So when it comes to the flavors of just regular candy corn, what is the flavor meant to be?
Honey, right?
Honey, really?
Honey?
I don't. I've actually never been sure. I've always just thought of it as a candy corn like.
Well, because
sugary
corn's
flavor.
not a sweet flavor, is it?
You call it sweet corn. Fucking booyah!
I don't think that's quite the
I
takedown.
fucking
I don't
got
think
you.
That's quite the takedown.
You
don't wanna-
UK pricks.
You got
call
I
it
got owned as
sweet
well.
Yeah, you
Warren.
fucking did. God, you're such a turncoat.
I thought I was gonna-
Gotcha.
Oh, I'm gonna go hang out with the cool kids. I want to just rock it out. Right. Okay. The snuff is vanilla. Let's have a go with these. Come on.
All right, just pop them.
I already
Oh,
ate
the
mine.
dent.
I like the texture.
Almost fudgy.
Yes. In fact,
it does taste like fudge.
you could do a game. Is it fudge? And I would say, if you'd asked me,
No.
If I was blindfolded.
Don't play a game where you're blindfolded, and the answer is it fudge?
You know what? I do have some more substances in my bag.
No.
If you'd like to play another round of Is It Mayo? We can...
No, please
No.
Okay.
I actually don't mind that. It's a bit too sweet to have too many of, but as a candy, 3.5 out of 5.
I like the roundness in my mouth, basically.
Is it fudge?
You know, with a candy corn, it's like this sort of it's an
Anemic.
It's that pointy shape I don't like, and
Yeah.
I like the
I 100% agree with you. I prefer the little pumpkins to the actual
Yeah.
candy corn.
definitely yes.
I like the fact that it's denser and chewier.
yes.
Yeah.
There's more to get your teeth into, and what other things do we have in there?
Well, here, let's empty them out onto this little...
So those are candy corns. There's two
here.
different colors of candy.
That's right.
corn.
So you have the brown base and the yellow base.
And I think that I don't know if the brown ones are actually different. I just don't like
Well,
them.
here's a challenge. Should we just chomp on the bottom and see if it tastes different? I feel like
Okay, or we'll hand a person with their eyes closed, and they have to tell you which one is
Oh,
the
I like this a
bottom
lot.
tipped one.
Is
Yeah.
it corn?
Is it corn?
okay. So
All right,
Paul,
so somebody who's willing to do this,
I think-
close your
Get
eyes and hold out your
You
hand.
should do it.
Give me the blindfold then.
Oh no, he's.
Oh,
gonna-
you're-
You just
gonna-
close your
Oh.
eyes.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'll
you
just
do
close
that,
my- I'll
and then
close
you give him the candy.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what you're doing? Do you know
Or
where
do
you
wanna
are?
be here?
Oh, they are different.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see if you can
All
tell.
right. Okay. Here we
Okay,
go.
no, put your blindfold on. I'm going to hand you one of these two, and you'll tell me if there's any discernible difference between the two, okay? I'm not going to tell you which one. One is brown tipped, one is yellow. Here's your first one. Hand out. In it goes. Mouth time.
Perhaps have a little sniff before.
Have a
see if
little
there's
sniff.
anything on the nose.
Have a little huff. That's it. I think going up, that's going to tarnish the flavour somewhat when it's booger.
No, booger is a neutral flavour.
This is bad.
Okay.
No,
Throw
you,
that on the ground. Take another one, please. Right. I'm sorry if it can fit in my nose.
there you go.
All right, here's your.
It goes in.
If it fits, it sits.
I realize I'm not playing the camera down. All right.
Play to wherever you think the camera is.
There's the big camera in the sky that I play everything.
Let's bring out the
All right,
endoscope.
So, is yellow bottom or brown bottom, right?
Yes,
That's what I'm
yeah.
doing? Okay.
What do you think? What kind of bottom's that? If you had to roll it around your tongue, what kind of bottom would you think that was?
So tasty bottom.
Looks like a nice bottom.
Where's my mic?
There,
It's
yeah,
there,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna say that's a brown bottom.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Noted.
Right. And here is candy number 2.
Should I eat the bottom first?
The bottom's the bit with the flavour.
See, you look like a bottom.
Many people have said that.
Yeah. Mostly me. On toilet walls. How you thinking?
That feels like a yellow bottom to me.
Oh, well, you are absolutely correct. So there
Yeah,
there
very
must
good
be a
work.
difference.
There is a chocolate flavour in the brown ones, isn't there?
I feel like that's right. Yeah.
I will take
It
these
felt-
off your
It felt like a
hands.
different
do it,
consistency,
take it.
actually.
I will take these off your hands because I have a friend who is obsessed with these
Great,
and
enjoy.
can't get them. So
Here,
thank
dump
you.
those into the bag there.
Will do.
I've got a candy corn question.
Yes, please.
So they're just a general festive sweet. You have them at Thanksgiving, Christmas,
Fall-
Halloween.
Not. It's like a Halloween Thanksgiving thing. It's
Oh, it
not
is-
a Christmas
it
thing.
is Halloween,
I've
okay.
never seen like red, green, and white ones.
Okay, let's switch to something savory.
Ooh.
This is one that I feel like you guys probably have.
Oh, we don't actually
is
have
this a
anything.
Slim Jim?
It is a Slim Jim.
We don't have really Slim Jims in the UK.
We
do
have a brand known as Pepper Army.
Pepper
Oh.
Army.
Pepper Army, yeah.
Pepper Army, all one word.
I see, but spell the end.
Is it supposed to be like...
AMI. Pepper
AMI,
Army.
I see.
Is
As
it
in a cod Italian sort
Right.
of.
Yeah.
Pepper Army, very much a processed meat,
Stick.
convenience store based snack. Famously, for me at least, they brought out a noodle with
Oh.
little pre-sliced bits of pepperoni.
Wow.
And big news
Big
in
news.
the snack meat scene in Britain.
Yeah.
Pepperami have recently introduced a chorizo
It sounds like a
version.
setup to a late night joke.
Yes, I know. Have set up a chorizo version, which is Good.
That does sound genuinely
Yeah.
great. I'm a big fan of a Slim Jim.
You know
same.
what we had, and I did the whole lot of them in a big, big session. Was the Tarky flavored Slim Jims? Blam!
Oh, Taki flavored Slim Jims?
Blam! Can I just say again? Blam!
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I do like Takis and I do like Slim Jims, so
Mate,
I would eat that.
If you see them,
Okay, great.
worth a try. Let's put it that way.
Okay,
Is
great.
it a
I've never seen you
So
so
you can-
enthusiastic before.
Oh no! Come on! I
Yeah.
love meat in
Here, you
plastic.
can cut it with the scissors
I'll-
there if you
oh,
want.
I'll cut some-
Because we're going to
yeah.
share.
We're all gonna
right?
share.
I'll
Onto the plate.
I'll be mum.
Yeah, why don't- oh, you got it. You got it.
I'll be
You'll be mother.
Slim Jim.
Do you
mum.
remember growing up, Leighton, when our parents used to carve Slim Jims every Christmas?
Oh, what bountiful pleasures
Yes.
we had when Mother would cut the Slim Jim.
We'd gather around a roaring fire and split a Slim Jim.
Snap into
Are
one.
you a
Can you hold the
sorry.
scissors for a second?
Yes.
That's fine. You don't have to. What? I've got a perfectly supportive lap.
Do you want your blindfold while you have those scissors?
Yeah, no, I'm all right.
I just need to unsheath a good length of this before I go in.
That's
And
fine.
what about the Slim Jim?
Boom!
Thank you.
Very nicely done. There
Oh
we are.
yeah. Call back to
To part one, yeah.
Yeah, folks, if you haven't listened to part 1 of this, you're really missing out
What
on
the
the vibe.
fuck?
You sound
What
like
the
me.
actual fuck right now?
I'm just gonna take. All right, Christ.
Oh, you're going at it.
We don't need to.
We don't need to harvest the whole thing. We're all right.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Well, I'm glad
I'd
they'll
like
go
to complete the snippings.
I
This
know,
is
man.
basically like
Here.
a little charcuterie platter.
Gonna have a
Thank you.
bit.
Oh, it is.
Yes, like the French. It's very classy.
This is fucking horrible. I hate
All right. We're smelling. You're doing the huff.
The smell is not good.
Oh, the smells very bad.
Why? What's bad about the smell?
Dog food.
Yeah.
It screams of dog food.
It's got a bit of a sort of
too spicy. I don't want to smell anything that's spicy. All right.
like spicy gravy hot pot or something. I don't know.
Oh my god, it's so good though.
I love
Is
it.
it?
I do too.
For me, it's always about the texture. And it's so fibrous and meat.
I like
It
that
is
fibre.
Very
I like the
stringy.
fibre.
Correct,
I like
yeah.
the fibre. You know what? I was talking about
Actually,
the.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'll have another
You
one.
have another little snippet.
I've overcome my strand aversion.
You know,
The best part is the very, very end on both ends.
That's
like that little
100%
tube.
correct. Yeah, because it has more snap to it. Yep.
a friend of mine would not eat the end of any sausage.
Look at him.
He thought it was dirtier or something. I don't know what it.
The dirty end of a sausage.
Yeah, he wouldn't eat the ends of meat
That's
products.
weird.
Weird, isn't it? Yeah.
It's the inside that's the dirtiest
I
part.
know. Who knows? But there is a tartness, isn't there? A sourness
Yep.
to it.
I
So
agree with
that
that.
you can see how it lends itself to the Tarky
Yep.
flavour there.
Yep.
And is that just
nice.
a regular Slim Jim? That's what the...
That's
Okay.
the original.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it says original there. I was wondering if it was a spicier version.
When
but-
I was growing up, I used to most nights have a glass of warm milk and a Slim Jim.
Are you joking?
I am not joking.
Did you
Full
dip it in?
size or the mini ones?
Like not that big, but maybe like half that
Okay.
size. I think that's full size. No, I did not dip it.
Do you regret not dipping it?
I do not.
Might have been a taste sensation. You might have been denying
true.
yourself pleasures you would
Pleasures
never know.
untold.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know what you're missing out until you dip it.
Keith Richards used to have rum and milk.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
God,
God.
Okay.
it lines the stomach, so you can do a lot of drinking.
Do you want to pick one of these?
Sure,
I
I'll
wanted
pick
to
one.
switch back to sweet.
It's exciting. It's nice to be fed.
Oh, I feel like they have something like these.
What have we got in the bag there?
This is
What's
Having
in
a
the
scrummage.
bag? What's in the bag?
There's so many good options here. Leighton, you really did well. Here,
Thank
let's
you.
go. Let's go with this.
Well, see,
How
I got a
about-
bunch of things that I'll eat if we don't eat
Do you
them.
guys have this? 100 grand bars.
No, I've never seen
Okay,
that.
great.
Yay!
Indeed, your research paid off.
It did. So
You know what? I don't think I've had one of these.
I know because we had this discussion where Audrey was like, "What's 100 grand?" So
car?
100,
More money than you'll ever see.
It's about a fifth of a Mercedes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
so 100 grand. It's rich caramel, milk chocolate, and crispy crunchies.
Oh, that sounds
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
Okay, that's kind of like a Lion Bar in the UK. Ish.
Is it?
Because Lion Bars...
Oh, you know, Lime Bars are doing all different versions, and they've brought out a brownie, brownie style
Oh,
Lime
wow.
Bar. It's an
it's like a
absolutely.
chewy wafer with
Oh, it's
chocolate and
great.
then crispy
Look
bits
at
around
this.
it.
This looks amazing.
It does look pretty good.
It's coming. It's like Bounties. We have this thing called Bounties,
I'm going to have the tip.
which is a coconut coconut chocolate
yes, I've had
confection,
those, yeah.
and that comes in pairs as well. And famously Twix. It's a big.
Honestly, smelling this is not great for me personally.
I like.
It's almost molassesy. It's
a
a
molasses
dark,
kind
yeah.
of smell.
But actually, I'm really liking this quite a bit.
Oh yeah, you've got little bits of wafer at the top, fragments, and then you've got the chewy caramel.
This is good.
I'm happy with this.
Very good.
I would give that a 3.2.5.
3.2.5.
Yeah, 3.2.5. What don't you understand about that?
Nice.
I know math. It makes sense.
Well, as you told me the other day, numbers are pointless.
Numbers are pointless. One more? Or do you guys?
I want to keep doing it.
Well, we
Like, I
have
don't know
more
how you guys
segments
feel.
to do. We have.
Yeah, it's going to take too long. Let's do one more.
One more.
Okay.
Oh, God. Nice among
And then we have Silverman's platters.
Yes, we can do that. Yeah, we can end on that.
Yes.
Let's show them the remaining objects and they can
That's a
pick.
great idea. Okay.
And we will
Why
take
don't-
these off your hands and
Yeah.
take
Oh,
them
yeah.
back with
Please.
us.
Why don't you show them
Okay.
what the options are?
Here
And
are
we will
options.
pay for them. We won't
No,
just
no,
take
no,
them.
no.
We'll make sure money's changed hands so it's all legit.
Paul, you're a guest in my country. The least I can do is shoot you in the arm with a handgun.
Fine. That would be the full American experience.
Milano cookies, Pepperidge Farms.
Okay, that's good.
these
All
are
right, yeah,
very
we can
good.
see them all, and then we can pick the last
Yeah, yeah.
one, right?
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
we're doing.
All right, Christ.
Charleston
Shoes.
A very famous.
And we have done Charleston Chew on the pod.
Okay,
Nice.
great.
We do have quite a few American listeners who send us weird stuff.
York peppermint patty.
Oh, that's a
Very
contender.
good. These are very good.
That's a contender.
Nerds rope.
Oh, that's
Oh, now
unusual.
that's unusual.
also known as con lanyards.
Milk duds.
We've done milk duds, but again, oh,
They're-
lovely,
I
lovely.
love milk duds.
Fig Newtons.
Do not care for fig Newtons at all.
Let's go to the Fig Newtons so we get a little bit of a gag from.
But
Why would you
you
want-
do have something like this in
Yes.
the UK, right? Yeah. I
the
forget what
fig
it is.
Newt-
fig rolls, basically,
Fig
they're
rolls.
called.
They're called fig rolls. Is the generic.
Cheese it.
I love Cheez-Its.
One of my favourite Devo songs as well.
What I really wanted to get was oatmeal cream pies. Hold your comments. Like Hostess snack cakes are great, and I just the CVS that I went to didn't have them.
Podcasters get cream pie.
Moving on. So, which one do you want to do, Eli? If we have to pick one of those, which one do you want to do?
I want to do the nerd rope.
Kai, we can do that then. Let's do
Okay,
the,
great. And the rest of these are our gift to you.
And we'll take them home, and we will use them in a future episode. Don't you worry
absolutely,
about that.
yes.
We bought a few American
Now,
snacks.
nerds,
here.
what's the original form? Oh, it is a rope made of nerds. Mate,
the
that looks
original
like a
form
fly
is just
paper.
they're just in a little box and you dump them into your hand.
And I think this is the superior version. I
There
really
there
think.
might be a little bit of Slim Jim grease on the
Little Slim
scissors.
Jim,
I consider
Honestly,
that a
it'll
boom.
complement it well.
Yeah.
We-
So nerds are fruity, right? They're it's like
Yeah.
a fruit
Here,
thing.
Brian, you and I take the shorter
Tiny
one.
Wait,
Leighton
sour.
has
What is-
snipped this into
Do you know
segments.
what? I've never had this.
Really?
What is the rope portion? It's like a
It's
Twizzler.
gummy. It's like gummy candy.
There's a gummy center in the rope, and
Oh
it
my
is
God.
festooned with nerds.
I will be honest. This is exactly the kind of candy I hate. It's like this overly sweet, fruity kind of thing is not my.
You're not into
speed.
that.
I
want
will
more
eat it.
Do you like the chocolatey side of confection?
Yeah.
So you'd prefer chocolate rope or something? I don't know what
Yeah.
the analogy would be there. I like this stuff because I have a very
Oh my
sweet
God.
gummy tooth.
Oh my Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't think I can.
If you don't mind spitting that onto some mayo, there's,
Yeah. Is it mayo?
I love that.
I can't do it. I gotta
They're great. They
Yeah.
make
Give me that,
little gummy clusters versions, which instead of a rope, it's just individual pieces, and
Yeah.
they use smaller nerds for it. That's great.
Yes, and we have Haribo. That you know what it reminds me of, those Haribo berries, which is
Oh, I don't know
something
if
like
I've had those.
you wouldn't like them. Which is very much similar in this, in that it's got a soft gummy inside with the harder little balls on the outside.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry,
Please,
sorry.
stop
No. The harder what?
Balls.
Little
And
balls.
Little.
but would they be like berry flavored, generic
Oh,
berry
yeah.
flavored? It's a good.
Are they like the red and black ones?
That's right. You've seen
seen
those.
those,
They
yeah.
have those. Yeah.
I quite like this, but then again, I have a very sweet tooth, so this is right in my wheelhouse. Although you do think the people at the factory who make these are just checking out intellectually, where it's like, what's our new brand? They just fucking stick it on a rope,
Yeah.
stick it on a nugget, whatever.
I really
Sticking on
enjoy
a
that
nugget.
artificial fruit flavor.
Yeah.
I like
Not
that.
me. I can't do it.
So of the things that we ate, which was $100 grand, a Slim Jim, Nerds rope.
And the first one was
The fuck was the first one?
it was a candy, wasn't it?
It was the Slim. No, it wasn't.
No, it's the come on, brain corn.
Corn.
Oh, the candy
Yeah,
corn.
yeah, it was a candy.
Of those,
Oh,
what-
take this.
what-
This is a really good one.
What's
yeah.
the name of the segment, or what's the?
Cheap
This
eats.
is
Cheap
cheap
Eats.
eats.
Were these all cheap?
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Altogether quite a lot, but individually quite cheap. I think I kind of like the Slim Jim. I'm surprising myself with that.
Okay.
You turned around on that.
I
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
I also could demolish a Slim Jim.
I heard
Yeah,
that rumor.
I always go for savory over sweet, so it's definitely the Slim Jim
Yeah,
for me. Although I did quite like the 100 grand.
If I was
I'm
just
glad.
gonna pick one of the sweet things, I would go for the nerd rope there.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the nerd rope.
If
And
you
what-
had to pick one of the sweet ones.
Candy corn pumpkins, baby. What about you? What's your pick here, Leighton?
These are all things that I like buy and eat regularly, especially the Nerds Rope and the Slim Jim. So
You know what you could do?
You could have
Chop them all up and then like
Nerds
connect
on the
them.
Slim Jim.
you could have sections of Slim Jim
And then-
interspersed
Yeah.
with
with
sections
rope.
of nerd
That's a
rope.
very
it would
good
be like
idea.
a human centipede, but
Yeah, and it will have the same effect to your guts.
yeah. Wait, so you guys got excited about the peppermint patty? We're doing the next segment, but have you had those?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Something similar. Maybe not these, but they are
But
delicious.
that, is
They're
that
bit
that's
like
is that what it's called? A peppermint patty? Is this what the Peanuts character was named
Yes.
after?
Like named after?
Isn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Or was would the character come first and then they named the thing
I
after?
honestly
That makes no
don't know.
sense. All I know is it's kind of similar to a Is it a Viscount biscuit? What's it called in the
Viscount.
UK? Viscount.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Or
You don't
after
say-
eight.
You don't say Vicomte?
No.
Okay, great.
Oh.
All right. Now,
Yes.
we're moving on to our next
Thank you.
segment.
That was I liked all of those.
I like that.
actually.
Thank you very much, Leighton. They were delicious. In
Now-
that way, they shouldn't be.
Our next segment on Leighton Night, crossover with Cheap Show this week. Segment 2 is Silverman's Platters, where we get to play you some songs that you may or may not know, and you get to say if each one is a platter or a splatter.
That are the rules.
So I personally curated a list of songs that
Ooh.
I think you're going to like.
Are they off your latest album by any chance?
They are not, but it's interesting you mention that because I do have an album coming out on November 10th. Trey
What have
Magnifique,
you done?
Mature Situations, coming out November 10th. Okay, so I picked a few things here. Now, I thought it was interesting because you two are very knowledgeable about music and especially comedy music.
Well,
And yet,
me comedy music, yeah, maybe a bit more.
but between the two of you, you know a lot. And yet, in the car ride yesterday, we found a bunch of things that you guys had never even heard of. So I kind of went down this route a little bit. I'm going to play. So the other day in the car, I played you a personal favorite of mine, which was Bobby Boris Pickett's follow-up to the Monster Mash, the Monster Rap.
Excellent.
What year was that,
Yes.
by the way? Was it, we talking like 88, 87, something like that?
Mid-'80s. I don't
Okay.
actually... You know what? Let's use the lookup box.
Because as we've often
to-
said on Cheap Show, rap is usually the catch-all genre that people lean into to release a novelty song, usually in the 80s.
84 or
Like-
85.
Like
But
Rodney,
that's the sweet spot.
Rodney
for,
Dangerfield, Kenny Everett, all those kind of acts.
The Stutter Rap was a big novelty record in Britain.
Oh, I don't
By
know.
Morris
Yeah.
Minor and the Majors, who one of the comedians was Tony Hawk. I don't know if you know that guy, but
No,
he
this
was,
is
he turned
so
up in Red
Brit.
Dwarf
Not
and
the
things like
skateboarder.
that. No, although again there
Oh,
was
yeah,
confusion.
oh.
Yeah, one is Hawks and one is Hawk. I think Hawks
Oh.
is the British comedian and
Hawk is the skateboarder, yeah.
skateboarder. And they had a band called Morris Minor and the Majors, and it was a Beastie Boys.
A Morris Minor is a famously crappy car. I don't know what the American equivalent is.
This is the same as me reading Hitchhikers and not realizing that a Ford Prefect was a car.
Yes.
Yes.
I thought it was just a name. Okay, so what you may not know is that there was another Bobby Boris Pickett follow-up to the Monster Mash from 2005
Whoa, he's still alive by then.
called The Climate Mash. Oh. So I'm going to play The Climate Mash for you. Now, this does have a video.
The video is important.
We were hiking past the White House late one night when our eyes beheld an eerie sight. The president appeared with folks very strange, the zombies and vampires of global climate change. It's not global warming, say oil company disciples. Our math tells us it's natural weather cycles. These claims from industry heavies let the president rest behind his own protective levees. They're doing the climate mash. Real science is bad.
Okay. So as you can say, the heyday of Flash animation is what you're seeing in this video, and thoughts.
Oh God! I tell you
Couldn't
what
he have another idea?
Yeah.
I mean,
How has it? How I don't think of another artist I can think of that dined out on the exact same song as much as that guy.
Well, get ready for me. So, wait till they get a load of me, to quote Batman.
Yeah, I mean, there's also the Monster Swim, which the
Yes.
first time I heard that one, I thought that something had gone wrong in my brain. How
Yeah.
many versions has he done? Because it's the rap, the mash,
the
the swim,
the climate.
climate
I'd say it
mash.
could be as high as 15 or 16. I would guess.
Genuinely, without being snidey, I think there's quite a lot of.
Didn't he do something about skiing as well? I think there was the monster
Monster
ski.
Ski, I don't know.
Was there?
Who knows? The
And
thing
then,
is,
of course, there's
Okay,
the,
I'm not going to be able to find this
the
out
famous
right now.
Monster Fuck as well.
Oh, the monster fuck.
but the thing is, he sounded like so
Monsters
detached.
Holiday, which is a Christmas.
Yeah,
one.
Yeah.
yeah.
but like his voice in that sounds so detached
Oh, I
from
think he's
it.
quite old. At that
Yeah.
point,
So
too.
part of my brain is like, so did someone come to him and say, hey, you know the Monster Mash? We really need that song to sell the idea of climate change.
Yeah.
We really think that's what the linchpin is to turn this around.
Yeah.
If I was being super cynical, he's like a liberal, rich kind of liberal sort of, probably lives out here in LA.
Here comes the right-wingy.
I thought he lived in Transylvania.
I was working.
And so he probably is sort of, was worried about the climate
Look,
and all of that,
as-
and hated
as we
Bush
all
and
are. Yes.
exactly.
I mean, yeah, because that flash
And-
animation, when you
look.
see Bush, you think, I know exactly what year
So-
this came out.
That's right. So it's like, why did he release a Monster Mash song about the climate? But when you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Right.
Right. So his only tool is releasing Monster Mash songs.
Variants,
yes, indeed. Okay,
Yes.
so platter or splatter, Paul. We're going to go to
That
you
is a
first.
splatter. I mean,
Okay.
of all the covers he's done of his own song, that's the least engaged I've heard him.
It's pretty dire. Eli, platter or splatter?
I just want to precede this by saying I believe that climate change is real.
Of course.
But a splash.
not what you fucking
that's
said
what I
to
was
me.
going to say. You were saying something quite different at
Yeah.
Disney.
Oh,
yesterday.
come on.
I think you said something to the effect of "fuck the future."
You also told me that Thatcher was, quote, the greatest thing that ever happened to Britain.
Yeah, you said misunderstood. She was.
That's right. That's right. you called
surely-
you called the 1970s a glorious time in the history of your country.
It's a splatter from me, everyone. I'm not
Oh.
racist or a climate change denier.
At the moment,
So
while we're
wait,
recording,
you're not one or the other?
Yeah.
But potentially
you could
both?
be both. Oh dear.
Stop ganging up on him. On this
Leighton-
side of the
Leighton-
table.
Leighton, platter or splatter for the climate
That's
mash.
splatter.
It's an undeniable splatter for
It
me,
is.
too. Okay.
It's a stretch. He stretches the metaphor to breaking points there.
That's right.
He
And
snapped his twanger.
Very much like the oil conglomerates are breaking our climate.
yeah, that's right.
Very well done. Very astute. Very,
Very,
witty.
very good indeed. And once again, to quote Eli Silverman, marriage is between a man and a woman. Another song here. So this is another a comedy rap, which I particularly like.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the character Strawberry Shortcake?
Yes.
Okay.
My sister was obsessed with it at the
Okay.
time.
Are you aware that there was a Strawberry Shortcake album released in 1980?
I actually was, but I don't think I've heard it.
Okay. Well, this is if you haven't heard it, then this will be new to you. Eli, do you know anything about Strawberry Shortcake?
I know the smell. Weren't they smelly
That
toys?
sounded really obvious the way you said that.
Yes, I
like
did.
A
I did.
stalker would say that.
I used to
It was
love
like-
this. I loved sniffing my sister's strawberry shortcake.
That sounds disgusting.
Okay, we're gonna cut out Strawberry Shortcake and do something with that.
Can you just randomly? Can you just say the word vagina right now? Can you just do that?
Unrelatedly.
that.
Just say
Yeah.
the word vagina.
Or drawers. Can you say? Yeah. Randomly.
I
Can you-
say vagina.
That's good enough.
That's
We did it.
enough.
We
That's
did it. It was clean. It was clean. We can do it. So there is a Strawberry Shortcake album from 1980. I'm going to play you the Strawberry Rap from that album. Oops. Sorry.
Yesterday I was picking my berries back in Strawberry Land. And look at me, I'm a disco star. Well, I've got to go now. After all, a person does have an obligation to her friends. I'll see you after the show.
All right.
Hello, everybody. You know who I am. I'm Strawberry Shortcake from Strawberry Land. Though I'm new in the city and I haven't been here long, I think it's time for everyone to learn my berry song. You've heard of the monkey and you've heard of the twist. But here's a little dance that you might have missed. It's not hard to do. No, it's a rap. We call it the strawberry rap. With a rap, berry, rap a huckleberry pie, rap a raspberry tart. You can do it if you try. Rap a blueberry muffin and a plum pudding too. Rap a strawberry rap, listen to dance for you.
Straw.
Say
Strawberry
strawberry wrap.
Strawberry wrap.
Dad.
Say raspberry wrap.
Raspberry wrap. What'd she fuck? Did she say fuck?
No.
Sounded like it.
Fuckberry wrap.
Platter. Moving on.
Thoughts.
Well,
It's got a
love
groove.
it. Frankly,
It's got a groove to it.
it really does.
Could not agree more. I love this fucking song. I think it's great.
I'm imagining like the voice actress for Strawberry Shortcake just going outside and immediately being like, ah, fuck.
I said fucking. He said it was one take.
These fucking strawberry shortcake gigs are killing me.
Yeah, exactly.
What I find fascinating is the conflation of rap with disco. 'Cause
Yes.
that is, the backing is disco.
Yes,
But then
well, she even says I've become a disco star in the beginning. If you understood that,
yeah,
part. Yeah.
But then when like proper hip hop started to come to Britain, it was all like, you know, Chuck D famously said, "I never dug disco," and it was like they wanted to make a break, like it's not disco. You know,
Right.
rap and hip hop is something completely different. But in fact, one came from the other. You know, and the early
Wait, just real
sort of-
quick, Paul. Do you want this candy corn I just found on the ground?
and those early
Nice.
and those early, you know, those early block parties.
Oh yeah.
Those early block parties where they were mixing records, those were disco records that they were looping and mixing. So that's what pops out to me. But also, yeah, good.
Because remember we had that Care Bears album and there was a rap on that. It was the villains.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And the villains used their rap. Well, it got really problematic because the villain was like, it had this stereotypical kind of Fagin voice kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
And it was a bit unsettling. But
yeah.
We've covered a lot of comedy LPs. Often the baddie is sort of coded Jewish,
Yeah,
or
right.
like Eastern European,
Or gay.
other.
Yeah,
Often
or
gay.
gay.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. James Adomian has a whole great bit about gay villains and how, as a gay guy, he like just felt like all the villains were like him or something. It's a really
Right.
good bit.
Terrible.
So are we? It's a platter for all of us,
Platter.
right?
Hardcore
Undeniable.
platter, yeah.
It has a real charm, good voice work there,
Yeah.
nice groove.
And it has a nice patter to it. It has a nice rhythm. I like it.
I couldn't agree more. How are we doing on time there?
I just want to say that for anybody who missed it, seeing it on the video,
Well,
or,
right,
you know,
great.
this was a real quick moment, but Paul definitely just ate that candy corn that was
That
in
was in
Brian's
my
nose.
nose.
That had been up your nose.
That was one in his nose. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that had been up his nose. That's why I put it in my mouth, because I got off on it.
Yes,
Welcome
I knew. I wouldn't have offered if I thought you didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little thing
I
we
have.
call Eat the Booger on Bruiser and the Randy Dog.
Right. Jesus.
That was really good.
Crazy.
All right, I got one more for you. Now, this is one I feel like you might know. We talk about it occasionally on this show. Do you know who McGruff the Crime Dog is?
I know of. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
No, I'm not aware
We
of
are in
his
good
work.
shape
Yes.
today. Leighton, can you say the thing that you say?
The thing that I say?
I can just put my fingers in our ears. Let's just put our fingers.
We're living like kings.
We're living like kings.
There we are. Thank you.
All right.
So McGruff was an anti-crime dog. It was a
Right.
person in a dog costume who famously, his slogan was, Leighton, the McGruff the Crime Dog slogan. Do you remember?
I don't actually know.
Take a bite out of crime.
Right.
Take a bite out of crime.
It's not a great
But
phrase, that really.
McGruff-
We're rough on crime.
McGruff, that would have been much better. McGruff released a fucking unbelievable album in
Really?
1986 called McGruff's Smart Kids.
And this is like not Dog Police, that infamous 70s
it's not,
track.
No, this is an anti-drug, anti-substance album from 1986, which I'm just going to play it for you.
Okay.
There are maybe 6 tracks, and they include such titles as Alcohol, Marijuana. I think one that's called It's Okay to Be Yourself.
That's all right, as long as he says that.
Inhalants.
Right.
And the one I'm going to play for you right now, which is called Crack and Cocaine.
This sounds great.
At least they're putting them together, you know.
It might be my favorite song.
Using crack and cocaine. That's what you say.
Straight in.
But it's really insane. You could die. What are you thinking of? Cause nobody's needing that crack and cocaine. There's terrible trouble behind it. And sooner or later you're burning your brain, making a mess of your mind.
Nicely done.
Now, I was just going to do this song, but I really do need you to hear some of these other ones.
Okay.
No,
and
you've
we can do-
performed Crack and Cocaine.
Oh, yes,
live,
we
correct?
Have you?
yes, we
Mate,
do.
nice.
We do cover it whenever Jim Roach and I go on
After
tour.
this, you're playing that synth roll.
You need to
yeah.
play us out with
I'll
that.
see if I can remember it. Okay, this one's called Inhalants. See what band it sounds like to you. Oh wait, no, sorry. This is the one I wasn't thinking of.
Learn a lesson so true. There's danger in inhalants.
Glue. He's going to rhyme with glue.
Break you into.
Oh,
So never sniff inhalants.
inhalants.
Breathing them is really no thrill. Don't you know inhalants really can kill? You'll be suffering pain. They will damage your brain.
Yeah, here we go.
Cause it's really insane. Cause inhalants kill.
All right, sorry. The one I think I was thinking of.
Just for balance, a
What was
lot
this
of people
one?
do enjoy inhalants
What is that
and
riff?
crack cocaine.
Dun,
It's,
dun,
it,
dun.
It's
It's
like Beat
Michael
It.
Jackson.
yes. All right, now this one, I think it's this one, sounds exactly like another band. See if you can
Okay.
pick it up.
Eyes.
Oh, okay, whoop. Hold on, got to start over. Here we go.
Oh, like Steely Dan.
100%.
Hey, open up your eyes. You've got to see. Alcohol fills your world with lies. Listen to me. It's no good when you're drinking. It won't show you the way. Hey, you better start thinking. Being straight is okay.
Being straight is okay, according to Eli Silverman.
I know.
But you best be looking twice. Cause you will have to pay a price. You're gonna lose.
That's great.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, after they did a take, it was like, I want a line right now. I want a line of coke.
Wait, will you just give us a taste of another one? I've never listened to this album in its entirety.
It's-
Do you own this on vinyl?
I do not, but I wish I did. Let's see, what else? What have we not heard?
Apparently, it's only on cassette, judging by the YouTube
Yes.
videos.
The artwork on the image on YouTube
Okay.
is a cassette cover.
Here we go. Here's another
The
one.
old L sleeve, I believe they call it.
Marijuana, don't try it at all. It's a lie. It's like beating your head on a wall.
It's not. It's actually quite nice.
Say no way. Marijuana's a fast way to fall. Cause it's doing you no good at all.
Really good part.
And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. You gotta roll. Cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. And you know, if you gamble with life, you can lose it. Gotta grow. Cause your life is a gift, don't abuse it. Oh.
Fucking shredding solo in there. It's like Van Halen or something.
Amazing, right? I'll play.
shit.
There are only
Like
two more
Rick
tracks on
Derringer
it.
came in for a session.
Yeah. This one's called Make Your Body Last.
Oh.
I've tried. It's a song about edging.
When some kids, other kids, are taking drugs and want you to play.
Where's a kid getting cocaine from?
About what goes
Right.
Yeah.
say. No way.
Brian, you have to
This
make
is
an
the greatest
album.
thing ever.
You
right?
have to make a follow-up album to this.
Oh my God.
Because the new generation of kids needs songs about the dangers of drugs and alcohol.
Dr. Brian Wex, Smart Adults.
There you go.
I
PhD, the D's for disco.
All right, there's one more track which I'll let you discover on your own.
unironically love that. All of that.
thought you would have.
You should, because it's fucking great.
Fucking great.
There's a what's the article? It might even be Nathan Rabin who wrote an article calling it like an incredible album marred only by the lyrics and the singing. Yes. Because he's doing the McGruff voice throughout the whole thing. But the synth sounds are incredible.
Yeah.
The riffs are great. I don't care that it's obvious pastiche of other bands.
Yeah.
It fucking rules. It's so good.
I just
Yes.
wonder how effective those are. Rather than just saying to
They're
a kid,
not.
Don't
They're not.
do drugs.
No, that's the song that you sing while you're doing crack and cocaine.
Would you play that to your daughter if she came home with a doobie drug?
Yeah.
All right.
Because I'd be like, what's going to be awesome? Take that drug and listen to this fucking song.
Exactly.
Paul, I hate to break it to you. Not
Yeah.
only is that ineffective, the whole war on drugs of that period was a complete sham.
Oh, yes. No, I'm aware of that.
The only good war on drugs is the band.
Yes.
I don't even know their music.
That's a platter from me.
I don't know if they're that good.
It's a
but
platter.
platter.
absolute. Thank you for introducing that to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
What did he do other than that? Did he have like TV
McGruff
spots?
the Crime
Yeah.
Dog.
He hit drugs, funnily enough, and his
Yeah.
life spiraled.
I mean, McGruff as a figure was going around. Who that exact voice actor was, I don't know.
We don't know.
There is, if you look in the comments on YouTube, there is a guy who said, I wrote this. This was me. They brought me in for this session.
Oh, wow.
I was talking with my friend and yours, Bill Childs, about this. Desperately want to have this guy on the show. He must be an older guy, probably in his 60s or 70s now, but like. Just a triumph, I think. I wish I could write songs that good.
I
I'm
want
not kidding.
a
I'm
long
really not kidding.
form, the oral history.
Someone
of
has
McGruff the
someone has
Crime
made
Dog.
this,
Okay.
and I haven't seen it or read it or whatever it is, but someone was doing interviews about this
Okay.
very thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
An absolute classic of the genre.
couldn't agree more. I love it so much.
And deserves the audiophile 180 gram
Yes.
vinyl release.
Yeah, 180
Definitely.
grams of pure uncut cocaine. Well, listen.
What a wonderful selection. Thank you.
You're welcome. Please enjoy it in good health, and remember, kids, just say no.
Drugs are cool.
Unless it's
Oh.
cheap, in which case, bargain.
Yeah.
What's the other word I'm looking for? Not bargain. Banter. What do you do when you go to a person you want to pay different
Speak into
things?
the microphone, please.
I'm talking to him privately. What is it when you go to someone and you
At least
don't
get
wanna
up on
change
his
this
mic.
thing?
You've made my brain not work.
Wait.
with
Well,
your
I don't
mouth.
understand what do you ask?
When you go to someone and someone says tenner and you say, "Oh, I want to pay a fiver," what's the word?
A barter?
Yeah,
But it's
no,
close.
it's
But no,
not.
there's another word.
Transaction buy.
No, when you
haggle.
Haggle.
Yes, because we're thinking of B words, and of course it's an H
yeah.
word.
I've ruined this, and that's fine. I know that. That's fine.
Yeah, it's a great album. I was gonna make some joke and I can't remember what it was. What I was gonna say though is it has been such a joy having you guys on this show. I'm so glad we did this podcast crossover thing.
Yeah.
It's been great to have you guys here this week.
Thank you. It
It's-
has been a genuine pleasure to be here, and I hope we haven't pushed our luck with our company for the last few days.
If anything, I'm hungrier for it now. I
Oh,
want it
dear.
more. I'll take
Oh.
anything I can get.
I
Well,
can go.
I'll
if you
do
want.
anything.
Please don't.
Well, look,
Keep you guys here.
I don't wanna
I
play-
mean,
we can stop. We
anything.
can
I
change
don't want
our
to play
flights
Is
if
It
you
Mayo
want.
Electric Blue?
We can,
you know?
Yes.
we can change our flights and stay for another
No,
week,
Paul.
2 weeks.
I do offer Is It Mayo shirtless for an added fee. So if you're interested
if you
in that,
get a
Eli,
cameo.
that's right. Yeah, you can purchase a cameo from me where I will pretend to feed you mayo.
You
Yeah.
will get people wanting that.
That's fine. Look,
You
if
will.
they're paying for it, I
Yeah.
don't fucking care.
Get that bag, dude.
That's right. Yeah, make that bread or make that mayo.
You've almost ruined Mayo for me. Almost.
Almost.
Because how can you really ruin mayo for another person?
You can't. It's
By the way, you nailed the brand. Although here we call it Best Foods, so it is Hellman's, but on the West Coast, that brand is known as Best Foods. So you were correct that it's Hellman's, but that's
See,
what I grew
super
up calling
taster.
it. Yeah,
I noticed you had some Kewpie though in the fridge.
I love
That's-
Kewpie.
That's a great
Yeah.
brand.
and
that's
you've
great.
never done Is It Mayo with Kewpie.
You don't want to waste the Kewpie.
I have not. I should though.
It would be nice if you did Is It Mayo with different. This is always my issue with your bits. With
Uh-huh.
what's poppin', with Is It Mayo,
Uh-huh.
where you refuse
Uh-huh.
to do any sort of variation.
I'm listening. Yeah.
Paul brought it.
I brought it.
He brought it
I
for the
delivered
What's
it.
Poppin'
Yes,
segment
correct.
on the
Yeah, it was
other
pretty
show.
good. I was very
which
proud
you
of
can
that.
check out on.
Yeah, part 1 of this on Cheap Show. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very good.
What-
I'm very proud of it. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You
That's
did
great.
wonderfully. It really brought me.
That actually coming
of
from you,
joy.
who I deeply respect and admire. That
Oh.
really does mean a lot because I can't take anything seriously, so I don't know if he's ever been genuine.
Yeah.
Well, I've never done a bit. I do want to be clear
No,
about
no,
this.
no,
We
no,
don't
no.
have no.
Hey,
Shh,
guys,
shh, no, no, wait,
guys,
wait, wait,
shut the fuck up.
Here we go.
I'm a guest in your home, and I should be allowed to speak over if
Thank
if
you.
I
You know
so
what?
desire.
I agree.
You actually-
There's
This
you-
kind of sounds like
You hit me
sexism,
where I
Brian,
live.
if
I
I'm being
do agree
honest.
with you, actually.
Kind of sounds like sexism right now. So
Oh no, it
Thank
definitely
you,
is.
Paul.
no.
Well, look, I think what Leighton does is adorable, and I really enjoy.
The scissors just there, you
Oh,
know.
do you think I should
Yeah.
smile more?
Honestly, yes, but that's a separate thing. No,
Right, we
I
should
think you're
probably
great
pack
as you
our
are.
bags and get out
Don't
of here
change your
quick.
thing. You go, sister.
Right, you know what? Let's just pack. We got the bags.
Okay.
The knife is looking very tempting right now. I must say.
Well, no, I'm not going to do any more bits because I've never done any bits. Mm-hmm. But what I do want to do is thank you both for being here. Where can people find part 1 of this episode?
So, if the basic short answer to everything of this is Cheap Show is on every conceivable, as far as we know, podcast app. Cheap Show, one word. It's a one-stop shop if you want to go to our website, thecheapshow.co.uk, where there are pages for every episode that has images and sometimes videos. Links to everything else is there, but literally, Cheap Show, thecheapshow.co.uk. You can't go wrong.
If you like music, the House of Pickles sound show is on Soho Radio. It's an internet radio show that I do.
Great. Leighton, do you have any final thoughts or words you can say while looking into the camera?
No.
Great. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.